You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
It's great. It's interesting.
What?
Die.
Yeah, there's a lot of KKK symbols going on here. I don't know what's going on with that.
What we got over there right now is just blatant hatred.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, why is there Nazi paraphernalia all over my chat?
And then I'll be king of the Pokemon gyms.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 277. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-host,
Matt Hag.
And TJ May.
I had to get through it fast before Matt interrupted me rudely again.
I didn't interrupt you the first time.
Oh, you did. I heard you mumbling. You were mumbling and grumbling. Did you,
Mumbling.
did you have a good week, Matt, TJ? Matt, TJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Well, that's good to hear.
I got a
I
new
survived
shock
a 9-hour
mount for
car
my
trip.
microphone, so I can like poke it like this, and you can't really hear it.
Matt,
That's
are you
great.
on studio?
I should be.
I am. Am I? Are you?
Yeah. Yes.
Why do you have to ask me that? Because I
I'm on a
asked you to?
phone.
Because when you get loud, it's like crunchy sounding, but that might just be the internet crunchiness coming through.
Oh no, it's probably because my mic's too loud. It was too loud in the last episode, and I got loud.
You
I mean,
did
when
get loud.
When you get hashtag pilled like that, you get loud.
I stopped talking.
It was too much.
Yeah, I do
I was
remember
too.
that.
I was too.
Boisterous.
Remember
Yeah,
at a certain point, it was
there
just
would
you and
be.
me screaming and TJ sitting quietly and politely.
Well, I mean, it was too much for me to handle. Yeah, sorry. I'm just seeing if I gotta listen now. Did I get too quiet? I turned it down because my microphone got turned way up. So, how's it sound now, guys? Is it too
Sounds
quiet?
good.
Too loud now?
Sounds real good.
Yeah, okay. My stupid, I don't know what it does with Windows, but like you tell it to not allow apps exclusive control over this device, and it still will change the volume on your microphone. And it's like, please set this at 85% and stay at that, and it's a good volume. Anyway, so now it's set correctly. I shouldn't get too loud. But all right, well, since I was already talking about before we started it, let's just get right into it because it's still on my mind. But I saw on the Kotakus, the Kotakus, that they the Game Grumps, as they're known, the Game Grumps, they are making a show about
Game of
esports,
Grandma's Grumps.
some sort of a YouTube Red show called Good Game, which is all about the esports scene surrounding a made-up game called Killcore. It's starring Dan and Aaron, and it looks pretty interesting, I guess. I watched the trailer. It seems like kind of, like I said before we started, like they're kind of going for like a Silicon Valley vibe, but with esports and video games, which is pretty cool. There's a couple like other video game personalities in it, so that's could be good, could be bad. I mean, part of the reason why I think Silicon Valley is so good is because they have basically everyone in the cast of Silicon Valley is an incredible like sketch and comedic actor, so it's like amazing because the performances are all amazing. Whereas like they're like, hey, Jessie Cox from YouTube's in this. She act a lot? Like, I don't know. She does a TV show on YouTube, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like, okay, maybe it's going to be amazing now. It's like executive produced by Dan Harmon, which could be that he's involved, or it could be that he just put his name on it because that's what executive produced means.
Yeah.
It means
I hope there's just
absolutely
like
nothing.
a really terrible laugh track, and all of the
I doubt
jokes are like, "Let me grab my Nintendo." Ha 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 ha. This. Oh, you sniped me. 360 no scope. Ha ha ha.
Knowing Dan and Aaron, as well, I don't really watch Game Grumps anymore, and it's not because of them. I think they're funny, but their channel has just got way too much shit on it now. It's hard to follow. Like, I'll get into a series, someone will recommend me a series, and I'll watch through like a playlist of that, and it's awesome, but sometimes they're hard to watch because I don't know, TJ, if you watch now this is a podcast talking about YouTube content creators. But did you watch the the episodes where they did like Thousand Year Door?
No, but I'm hearing a lot about it, and a lot of it is Aaron complaining about mechanics that they explained to you.
Yes.
Or Dan explaining about mechanics that they explained to you, but they just were talking through it and not paying attention.
Lauren said that it took them probably like 40 episodes to realize that they could switch partners that they had. And it was like, dear God, how are you playing this game? Like, I understand, like it's kind of like, okay, don't complain about people playing games, like not playing it well. But when it gets to a point where it's like literally you're complaining about how a game works, that's not like Sonic 06, which is okay to complain about how it works because it's a hot pile of garbage. But it's like, yeah, this game's actually really good. And like, I played that game recently, having never played it before, and it was not hard to figure out. Like, it's just, sometimes there's like performance, like riffing and being funny. But then, like, sometimes it's like you also have to play a game, too. And, like, get through the game. And if you can't play the game and it's just like, man, I don't know what to do. Let's run around with Mario for 20 minutes and make funny jokes. And it's like, well, yeah, I'd rather just watch, like, a comedy show. You know, like, part of the reason I like it is because you're watching some people play through a game and also react to it. It can't just be chatting. Anyway.
I'm gonna make a Game Grumps recommendation.
Yeah,
it's one I've made on the podcast earlier.
Okay.
Sometime in the past year, there was an episode where Dan was sick, and it was just Aaron, and he ran through.
You told me.
He reran through Mega Man X.
Yeah.
Holy crap! We got some spammers.
Yeah, we got some spam going on.
This is why I don't go on Twitch. I don't look at the Twitch
cool.
chat.
You're fine.
I don't react to it. I'm inoculated.
But yeah.
Hold on, let me just hit some.
You're all good.
Outs.
Matt will take care of that. But while Matt's taking care of that, I'm going to go ahead and but the solo Aaron going through Mega Man X, which he was trying to do
we're
Buster
getting
only.
rated apparently.
The big thing with that was just block them all. It's fine.
Yeah, just keep going.
The big thing with that is because he didn't have someone to bounce off of. Not only did it force him to have to talk more, he was a lot more straightforward and a lot more.
Yeah.
More just talking to his audience, talking about both this game.
That's like the hardest thing to do, FYI.
And he was very sincere.
Like
that's the word I was.
Solo.
Yeah. But I'm just curious how people came to our channel. If anyone wants to mention it, it's great. It's interesting.
What?
Die.
I love this.
Yeah, there's a lot of KKK symbols going on here. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, isn't the internet just great?
We got a racist flash mob. I'm excited.
We did. It was great.
They just run around and scream the N-word and until their parents tell them that it's time for bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are definitely permabans. So
that's fine. I just want people to know that, like, when I see people do that, I actually do report accounts on Twitch. Like, I go through the whole thing because it's ridiculous. Like, why? Like, I was an asshole. Okay, so let me go back. When I was like 14, I used to go on the library, like, internet, and go on Yahoo and go into chat rooms, and like just troll like random people in chat rooms. Like, so I know, like, well, I can't completely judge because I used to go in chat rooms where like people would, I don't even know, they'd be talking about like a game, and I would just like talk about how it was like the worst thing in the world, and they were dumb, and I hated them, and like just making fun of people basically, and like it's kind of a thing you do when you're like a little kid because I don't know, you're just like fucking around, like you're kind of testing your boundaries as like socially, and you're not allowed to do that as a 14-year-old because you're kind of too young to do much, but your brain is like functioning at a level where you're like more curious and more like able to interact with adults, but you're not kind of given that opportunity, and so you kind of just like you just kind of lash out. Yeah, you just kind of lash out because your brain's kind of.
And you don't like have a concept of like
Well, because
other
you're
people
14.
being actual autonomous beings and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like you just don't have the experience, like to know what the world is. So
I mean, trolling is one thing. Trolling is definitely one thing. Which it's sometimes trolling does spark additional discussion. What we got over there right now is just blatant, blatant hatred.
Guys, just so you know, I actually paid for Watcher, the service, the fake internet service I made, where you pay bots to watch and comment. On your video.
That's what this is,
guys. I didn't spring for the advanced expensive package, so we got the racist.
You got
bots.
the racist troll. Bots.
I got the troll package. I know it was way cheaper. The troll package was only like $10 an hour versus
this is my band and music.
$30 an hour for the high quality spam bots. You know what the crazy part about that is that that has to exist, right? At this point, click farms have to be doing that.
They do.
Yeah.
They
like
do
it's going on in YouTube. People are buying views. It has to be.
The only problem is what we got over there isn't even wit. Like, there's no wit. There's no.
Well, I'm not gonna.
Nothing.
I'm not gonna
no
like
substance.
It's trolling. There's no such thing as like wit. I mean, you're just doing it to get a reaction. And I mean, that's what I did it for when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did it to get a reaction. You get someone to say "fuck off."
Nazism is like the default troll message now. Like, this will be controversial.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag Hitler was right. I mean, that's the joke.
It's just funny that it would only take about 5 minutes of Googling for me to take any one of those usernames and find out where they live and where they work and get them fired.
It's not even worth it, though.
I know it's not.
We got a list.
I'm also on vacation, so I could be getting paid to do this.
Yeah. Well, it's just... Yeah, it's dumb. But I mean, like, it's kind of like a thing that I feel like every kid goes through. Because I feel like... I don't know. I feel like a lot of kids fuck around like that. Because you got nothing fucking to do. You can't drive, or you don't have your own car. There's nothing to do, especially when you lived in like a small town where I was. It's like, what do you do? You just go online and tell dumb ass fucking jokes to internet people. Like I think when I was in college, what was it? It was chat roulette. That was like kind of a big thing. And it was like you just go on and find somebody who's just like doing something stupid, or like you just stand up and then unzip the pants, and then like you're not like actually exposing yourself, but you like wait so that you see them like click off because like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Like I saw lots of videos of people doing that just to like seeing what they could do to scare people away, basically. No, that's fun though.
Yeah, I was a member of a few like message board raids and shit like that. Oh yeah. Dude, we used to do that shit all the time. We'd be like, all right, here's the furry lovers forum. Let's raid their thing, and then they have to like cancel signups and stuff. Oh my god, wait. Isn't there a message board raiding game? Wasn't there like because I played this. Oh my god, there was like a message board trolling game. What was it called? It was like an online message board trolling game. It was like an online game where you could Forum Wars with a Z. Forum Wars with a Z. I don't know if it's still around, but like it was like a turn-based RPG where you go on forums like and tell jokes and stuff. And oh, insult that, and then you like lower the HP of the forum until you break the forum. And like you have people responding back to you on the forum. It's actually a really cool game. I forgot about that it existed. I used to play this. That is a really cool game. Yeah, it's definitely still a thing.
Oh man. Oh dude, it was awesome because you would get like your special abilities would be like image spam or stuff that like just ruins like a page basically. Oh man. That was a cool game. By Crotch Zombie Productions. Okay.
That sounds familiar. They must have made other stuff that.
I could click on their deal and see what else they've done. No, just Forum Wars, I guess. Wow, it's still going. They said as of January 2017, they had 250,000 active accounts. So that is pretty cool. They put out a couple episodes, I guess. I'm gonna actually save that and throw that in the doc. Yeah. Exactly. I'm gonna
That's
save that and throw
awesome.
that in the doc because I remember it being fun because it'd be like epic own and like all these like ridiculous like, oh hey, the spammers all decided to fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
That's
We
okay.
still got 5 viewers. I think they provided
a
us
couple
a nice
people
little
forgot to sign up.
boost. No,
Well,
Twitch was just like, oh wow, this stream's really popular now. Let's boost it up.
So it's like,
Thing.
I'm glad though that you didn't get rid of the Hitler ASCII image though that's on there. It's still showing up on my screen, so I'm glad you didn't delete that. You know. Oh shit, are you guys still around? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
The
You guys were you guys were amazed that Hitler was still on next to my face on this television screen.
That happens.
You know what? If you're gonna go on the internet,
It's-
you're gonna get some Hitler spam.
It's not next to your face.
No,
I don't think it's up there anymore.
that's fine. I don't really care.
So-
It doesn't matter.
So I'm in Mississippi. Again,
Yeah.
So you're used
as
to
I am
this
about
stuff.
twice a year.
Oh! Oh! I mean, yes.
Sorry, Mississippi.
I mean, accurate.
I can't go like even like a quarter mile without seeing 3 Trump Pence bumper stickers, but
They still keep the signs up in front of their houses and stuff too.
I haven't seen a lot of that.
Okay,
but-
because that's always
The-
the worst. It's like, all right, like it's over. All right,
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
need
like
to
the,
try and
the
influence
signs
anyone.
in rural Wisconsin have disappeared as far as I can tell too.
Yeah, there's still some Blue Lives Matter going on, but
Yeah.
everywhere, and it's like, really, gotta.
it's
say
not
that.
that the blue lives don't matter.
Yep.
It's that for some people,
It's that all lives matter, TJ.
Yeah,
it's that
except
for
for,
some
like,
people, black
refugees
lives
and
never
stuff.
mattered. And please don't take that out of context.
All right, that's a clip for the start of the episode.
It is going there. I know that.
Sign me up.
But no, it's been nice. Quite a bit oh, so we had a raid. That's really what it was. Anyway,
Yeah.
Well,
so
yeah.
it's been a lot cool. It's been a lot cooler than I expected because usually when I come down for the August trip, it's like 100.
Wait a minute. This is on YouTube.
Well, yeah, probably YouTube Live.
Oh.
whatever. Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Whoa.
Anyway,
You could sue them for that. You could really sue someone for that because that's like literally taking people's likeness and using it for profit, especially if they're monetizing.
Did
that's
you get the
insane.
link?
I did not get the link, but I want to get it so I can YouTube report. I'm a hashtag YouTube hero. Did that program break? Do you have the link? I didn't get the link.
it's still
I can put it in the
somewhat
doc.
around. I just
Put it in the doc.
but anyway.
Anyway,
anyway,
TJ, go. Why are you in Mississippi? What's in Mississippi?
So, my mother still hasn't broke her chains and left here yet. That's basically it. So come down here twice a year so the kids can go see grandma and whatnot. But usually the August trip, it's ridiculously hot. You know, anywhere from 100 to 110 degrees, 80% humidity because we're basically right by the river. It's horrible. It's only been about 80 or 90. It's been actually pretty comfortable. So been enjoying myself, not swimming as much because I've not needed it. Catching up on a couple games here and there, spending time with the kids, getting paid to be on vacation, which is really nice. But otherwise, in general, just enjoying myself. It's been lovely.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm reporting this channel.
Yeah, you're all good. But yeah, so I've been definitely thinking about we forgot to do ROM of the month last month.
That's right.
Yes.
So we have to do ROM of the month for the month of August, since today, at least for our live viewers, is August 3rd, which is the day Use Your Words just made it to the Switch. So Use Your Words is now on the
Nice.
Switch as well. But ROM of the month, we've got that SNES Classic coming out in just 8 weeks from now or so. I'm not actually counting, and it's really upsetting me regardless because no pre-orders, No whatever.
Oh, but the pre-orders are coming late August, they said.
Don't fuck with me, Nintendo. I know you're doing this for me. I know you're doing this to me. If you want to make my life hell, you can hire me. I could work for you. That'd be fine. Anyway,
if you want money, you want to make money. You want someone as amazing as TJ to like get in on this. I mean, it is.
So anywho,
it's all you need.
We definitely need a Super Nintendo game for this month, because I know 2 months ago we did
yes,
TNC Surf Designs for the regular Nintendo. We definitely need a Super Nintendo game, and probably something not on the list of stuff for the SNES Classic. Something that's both bad and good. I don't know if you guys have any suggestions, but I will think of something by the end of this episode.
Yeah. All right, good. So TJ's formulating while he's
yeah.
Well, he's on.
I don't want to do ActRaiser. I mean, it's great, but
it is a great game.
I want to do something that's both like good and bad.
I found us on their little stupid compilation video.
We're in a compilation video?
Well, they're like live streaming their little raids.
Okay, cool.
Man, they do not like women.
That's okay. I'm actually going on his stream right now, this guy, and saying and reporting to the person that you're being trolled right now by this YouTube channel, and then putting the link in.
Oh, I wonder if the person that
To the
gave us
YouTube
the
video.
link was doing the same thing.
Maybe. I mean, it's just like, well, that's why you're getting all these comments, just so you know. And the guy literally was like, "Oh, you're being trolled right now," and yeah.
We're letting this derail us, but it's kind of interesting to watch.
I think it's a lot of fun. We're all good.
Ha! Guy went offline. All right, let's go back to the Twitch raid and see him click on another one and tell people to go to that. And oh, look at this. We win offline. Wow. This is literally what they wanted.
Wow.
What I would do. It's
They're
cool.
such-
Whatever. It doesn't really matter. The guy is just going to go offline and then just go back on later when they switch channels.
Yeah, he'll probably go off
Yeah.
for like a second.
Oh, yeah. Because they're just going to go to another channel. It's 131 people watching. This is crazy. I can't believe this is it. And the guy is actually making money off of this
Yeah.
right now.
I can't believe that there's like 130 people involved in this.
All right, he's like, let's pick a stream right now. Oh man, I wish I could get. Oh man, can we? All right, can we? All right,
I'm just wondering how we got picked.
I'm not gonna.
Can
Well,
we
he just
nominate
went
our
to.
stream again? So that we
No,
get
what
viewers?
I want. Yeah, what I want to. I'm just talking to their chat right now. I said, go back to Born in the 80s. Such a classic show. So good.
Yeah, I want to boost those concurrent viewer counts.
Oh, I know, right? Anyway, but
Yeah, we gotta get an affiliate. We
so
gotta get affiliate
Twitch
level.
raids is a real thing. Oh, look at there we are again, TJ. You're showing up on the live thing. We actually show up near the top because we have 4 viewers. Oh my god, this is
that's
amazing.
great.
God, Twitch raids are ridiculous. This is I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. I mean, I don't like that they say racist shit. That's terrible. You should probably
Yeah.
just say like I would be like, let's do a Twitch raid where we go on someone's Twitch, like spam them with like 50 people, and then like just post only like dinosaur pictures or like talk only about dinosaurs. Like not like you're watching their show. Just do something
Yeah,
ridiculous
like a
that.
flash mob.
And
I mean, if everyone just does like one line of that, that's what
Yeah.
a regular raid is. And then the whole idea is you do
Yeah.
it for love, and then you just stay around and
Oh,
hang
yeah.
out. You know, it's
Well, because like the racist stuff is just like really like low hanging fruit and dumb and not actually like funny. It's just a thing to get a reaction. Like it's what they're gonna do. I mean, they just I don't know, whatever. This guy is just a weirdo. Like, I mean, it's fun that he found a way to have fun, but
Wait, so is the guy on the
It's
screen
such-
right
it's such
now?
a-
Is he hosting the raid?
yeah.
Okay, so the big old neck beard.
Yeah. fellow,
I kind of have a neckbeard. A fellow neckbearder.
Why
What
are
the
people
fuck,
giving
man?
this guy
That-
money?
Well,
don't get
because he is. I bet his show's well produced. Just listening to it, he's got like text to speech going on. He's got music bits. I mean, he's got a whole thing. Like he's straight in on this. Like is trolling as this thing,
But
and like.
okay, this has to be against terms of service, though, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do one of my old favorites. I found the game.
I'm just like constantly typing in about how good that Born in the '80s show is, and boy, am I going to actually subscribe to them. just like,
I see your
hey
shit.
everybody, this rating's fun, but just to be serious right now, that was a really good show.
It's
actually.
extra subtle because your icon is the Born in the 80s.
Yeah,
logo.
it is the image of the podcast.
So I was scrolling through a list of Super Nintendo games, and
Oh wow, you
as
already
I
got it.
as I got to the spot where it's already started mentioning Rex Ronan, Experimental Surgeon, because I got that far down the list. 2 spots up from that on the Wikipedia list is an old favorite of mine, which is actually a licensed game, but it was pretty fun. The Ren and Stimpy Show, Vidiots.
Really?
Let's make that a ROM of the month.
Have I played
I remember that being fun, but
Vidiots.
slightly difficult. Yeah, Ren and Stimpy Vidiots with Veediots. The way he says idiot. Wait. There's too much
I think I
good
played
stuff.
this.
I just didn't want to do something just straight good.
The cover art for this looks familiar.
Yeah, I played it quite a bit.
Oh man, another one you should put on the list if you're keeping like a list is the Rocco's Modern Life game, because that one is.
Did they do a Rocko's Modern Life game?
Yeah, they
Really?
did. I think it was Super Nintendo.
Yeah, they did. Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day.
Yeah, I
I never
remember
played
it
it.
being super awesome, like platformy style kind of deal.
Yeah, sorry. I just like want to counter raid because it's fun. I just like the
fair enough.
idea that you like hop into their thing and then say, "Oh, hey, just so you know, you're being streamed live on YouTube Live and being rated right now." So that's what all this is. Also, I just want to mention that this stream that he's on right now is literally like two, like just it says drinks with Country and Mandy, and it's literally just two people drinking on stream. Vertical video. They deserve it for the vertical video.
Yeah.
I don't have volume, but they look concerned.
I'm going to say that right now. I wrote it in their chat. This vertical video deserves trolling. How can you be on Twitch and be
you're
in vertical
getting
video?
sucked in.
I'm sorry. He deserves it. Maybe not all the Nazi stuff. Although, to be fair, I didn't see any of that, so I guess I don't know what I'm advocating because I was not looking at the chat when it happened. So
Yeah.
probably nobody deserves that. But vertical videos is a real no-no, especially on Twitch. Also, are you allowed to just Twitch stream yourself drinking?
Yeah, it's Twitch IRL.
IRL.
Okay.
IRL or that's social eating, I guess. Social eating's still a thing.
I'm socially eating alcohol.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Oh man, I just kind of want to go back on his channel and talk about how great Born in the '80s is.
We still need to. We should live stream some of us eating.
Yeah,
That would be a
Yeah,
thing.
let's do a
To go
mukbang.
with
really
to
shitty
go with our-
mukbang.
Yeah,
to go with our hidden episode of the
Yeah.
audio podcast.
yeah. Yeah.
That's still not up. I don't think. Is that
See-
up on our Patreon yet?
Some of this streaming sniping is fun because, like, literally, this guy is just putting like a fucking chat that is just like a weed cigarette that says marijuana. it's like there's some funny dumb stuff. Like, okay, I like how I kind of half turned around on this streaming like trolling. But
Yeah. Aside from all
whatever.
the Nazi stuff,
Yeah, that's. It's just kind of like if you were in like a mob and you were just like, "Hey, we gotta change the society. This is injustice." Some guy's like, "Yeah, black people suck," and you're like, "Whoa, hey,
Whoa.
why are you with us?" Woo! Like that's not what this mob is about. Oh man! And because I am editing this podcast, that clip will not be taken out of context. So.
I think it's funny that
podcasts.
the pro Hitler spam is like
it's
on
just
the same
one guy
level as the pro Trump spam. Like those are both like Trump is supposed to be an equal level of getting a rise out of people.
Yeah.
I think that just says something about the leader of our country.
Yeah. I mean, it just kind of like this is like a real thing though, like because like looking at like the like other videos, like there's lots of people that have videos of like, you know, Twitch rage. She rages at it and goes offline. Like there's highlights. There's one called 10 streamers get swatted live. Like that's like super illegal.
Yeah.
Like super terrible. But no, I mean I appreciate the how about this? I appreciate the niche that this is, but maybe not the horrible nature of people that it brings out.
I mean, I do want to see the point where people who swat other people like get like strongly prosecuted.
They have. They has
They're
happened.
introducing
Oh, yeah.
legislation for that.
It's
yeah.
The problem is it's not visible enough to make people stop doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's completely stopped.
Man, I kind of want to play this first-person PUBG. I've heard it's
First
pretty
person.
intense. Yeah,
Oh,
so
those are like
they
special
dropped
servers,
that
right?
update today. First-person only server, and people are saying, "Boy, is that intense!" Because
What
you
I
know,
did,
like you think before you could get snuck up on, now it is just intense. It's really easy to sneak up on people and just get like shot from behind without knowing it. Like, which is
I
is pretty
played
cool,
a
so.
game a while ago in like big screen VR mode. So it was basically the closest thing I could do to VR PUBG, where I just had it on like this artificial like 10-foot tall screen in front of me, and that was super immersive and cool. So I think I would do that and first person all together. And I would probably throw up from motion sickness.
I'm sorry. He's still on that channel. Okay, this person is stupid because like they're literally. It looks like they're talking directly to this fucking group of spammers. Like it's like put
Yeah.
shoe on head. Like straight up. That's even funnier when people.
Shoe on
like,
Head was great
Yeah,
though.
yeah. So people don't know what put shoe on head is. It was people were going on like Live Jasmine or some other like webcam thing, and they were basically telling the like webcam performing ladies to like put like a shoe on her head, and it was just like spam of that, and then she did it and everyone cheered. It's amazing. It's put shoe on head. Like that's pretty cool. Like big fan. But yeah, this is kind of like the evolution, but it's a little bit less I don't know. I haven't watched it. Maybe I'd have to watch the channel. I have to imagine it's probably the worst thing I've ever seen. Like
Probably.
just like staring into the face of the sun. But like just you know what I mean? Like this guy
Yeah.
is from what I've been seeing in his chat, it's just like, oh boy. I mean, this is the future that liberals want. Free internet. I'm gonna turn this around. But anyway, to be fair to these guys, like, people are just hanging out on YouTube. Like, this guy says, talking with my viewers and chilling, and there's 3 people in his chat right now. Like, what is, like, I mean, I understand, like, if you're playing games on Twitch, it's like, cool, I'm playing a game, just streaming it. Or you're just, like, literally sitting in your bedroom with your phone on, being like, hey guys, I went to Burger King today. It's pretty cool. Hey, what's going on? Oh, why is there Nazi paraphernalia all over my chat? Oh, I get it.
So that being said,
I've turned around on this somehow.
You're
that
getting
being said, you mentioned
indoctrinated.
Burger King.
Yeah, I've been pilled. # pilled. Done been pilled.
You mentioned Burger King. I'm gonna hashtag hack the menu.
Oh yes.
Taco Bell's got a new item.
Okay.
What is it? Because it basically looks like the potato burrito, but it's not exactly.
I'm gonna hashtag look up. Hashtag open Taco Bell's menu.
I've not tried it yet. It's going right to the website. The
taco...
beefy potato burrito.
Okay, I like the beefy potato soft taco when it existed.
And
now they just have.
I like the cheesy the beefy cheesy potato burrito or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty good as well. This one's a little smaller burrito. It appears to me, and this is hard to tell from the picture, a bit smaller. It's got the seasoned potatoes, shredded cheese instead of the nacho cheese.
Yeah.
And straight up beef from there.
Yeah.
Might be other things in there, but you can get the $5 box with that, a Doritos Locos, and a standard crunchy taco with your drink.
Are we currently being sponsored
beefy
by
potato
them? Because
burrito.
that sounded like a sponsored ad for them.
One beefy potato burrito is only
know.
450 calories, though. So it can be.
Would you like to know that we currently have feast for $1 all day? There are over 20 exquisite choices served all day long of only $1. Some of the breakfast dollar menu stuff is really good. Gotta say.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, you can get a hash brown for $1, breakfast soft taco for $1. Some good shit.
Problem is, for breakfast, I still end up always going back to that breakfast crunch wrap. It's so good.
I've never really. Oh, you know what? I like the cheesy bean and rice burrito. I like that. Rice and beans.
So anyway, at Taco Bell, please sponsor us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
I mean, we will gladly, do hashtag sponsored stuff for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
McDonald's
is
getting their buzz marketing with recreating Szechuan sauce. So you got to do something.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think
maybe we could go to McDonald's.
Born
and
in
be
the '80s would be the great place. We're like the equivalent of Rick and Morty. So if you want to catch up to McDonald's,
I'd say I am at the level or higher than Justin Roiland as a voice actor.
And if that's the case, then I want to petition to bring back two things: the original, Taco Bell. The original
Taco
taquitos.
Bell. Okay, yeah.
I want the original taquitos. Not these deep fried shits.
Okay.
And then in addition to that, bring back the chicken enchilada grilled stuffed burrito.
Yeah.
That is the first thing I tried that made me realize I like sour cream.
Oh wow! It popped your sour cream cherry.
Yes, 100% did. It looks like I've got some visitors.
Visitors! Quick, hide all the Hitler images.
You could just say hi instead of just crawling in.
Oh, okay. TJ, it sounded like you cut out for a second there. I was worried that your internet dropped. What about McDonald's? What McDonald's items would you want to bring back? Like, what was amazing?
Snack wrap.
The fucking snack wrap! Okay, it would be bad for my health, though, because I used to be at work, and I would drive on my way home, because there was a McDonald's on the way home, and I'd be like, I'm going to get a medium frappe mocha, and then a snack wrap, because it's like $5, and it's like delicious. And then I would still eat dinner, because I wanted to kill my body. So
yeah.
They need to bring that back, but don't actually.
I'm okay with their salads being gone. They weren't very good to begin with.
I liked them okay when I worked there, but they weren't
bad.
they weren't like worth buying,
No.
Maybe they got bad, yeah. Because when I started at McDonald's, that was when they first introduced those garden salads, the fresh ones.
Oh, those, yeah.
They were good, but yeah, like why would you get that?
I mean, anything you have to pre-prep with those fresh tomatoes, I'm just worried if you leave them sit too long, they get soggy with the tomato juice.
Yeah.
Unless you throw cherry tomatoes in there.
To be fair, though, when I worked at McDonald's, like the way that those salads were prepped was fresh every day. Like you'd prep them in the morning, and then they would be, you'd get the bags out of the fridge, or the freezer. They would be taken out from the freezer at night into the fridge, so they were thawed in the morning, and then you would take the lettuce out, and put the lettuce in, put that in, stir it, put the thing on, and they were ready to go. Except for they just put the chicken on, because they cook up a fresh chicken to put on there.
and
Yeah.
it's done. So yeah, those were good, and they were pretty popular, at least when they were first available. But
that was what.
Yep, go.
That was with their Fresh Fit stuff, right? That was
Yeah.
right after the Super Size Me movie came
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Well, yeah. I really liked. Now that I like think back, working at McDonald's was kind of fun. Like, it was terrible, and I never want to do it again. You know, because you're like hot and sweaty and have to wear a terrible like fucking McDonald's uniform. But
Working in
was-
food service is a lot of fun.
it's kind of fun because you get orders in. You got to like work as a team and put everything together, and I don't know
the camaraderie, the
Yeah.
in
You
jokes.
Yeah, it's kind
You
of
have a
like
real,
you're
like,
all in like a squad
in the
you know?
trenches
Like,
kind of thing.
Yeah, you're all in it together. And like funny stuff will happen and you can all laugh about it, or you'll have a customer everybody hates. And they're just like, oh, this guy. And they're like, well, we'll get through it together, you know, like just,
Yep.
oh, you had to deal with him today? Like, yeah. It's kind of fun, yeah. Did I talk ever about when I went down my YouTube hole of watching training videos from the 90s for multiple like
Don't think
places?
so.
There's a lot of Hardee's ones online that are real good. There's some Wendy's
Yeah.
ones that are really good. Dude, watching old training videos from the 90s and 80s is awesome. Like, just seeing the Hardee's one is insane from the 80s. Because, like, it was literally like a restaurant. Like, people would come up and they'd be like, all right, what do you want? And they'd, like, write it down on a ticket and then put it back. And, like, they would serve it up. Like, it was crazy. Like, just seeing that. And I don't know what it is. Like, that's kind of like a thing nowadays, is like that nostalgia, like warm feeling, you know? It's because I think we're getting
Yeah.
old enough to be nostalgic now. I guess
Oh,
what's happening.
like truly nostalgic instead of like
Oh yeah, like
false
because
tinges of it. Yeah.
when I saw that old Hardee's, I was nostalgic of the Hardee's that we used to go to, and I would get like the Frisco breakfast sandwich at after I was at like flag football practice when I was like 8. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was like 1993. And I'd be like, oh man, I remember when Hardee's used to look like that. Oh man, it's getting the warm fuzzies again. I'm going to watch some of those tonight. Hey, maybe we could live stream them and then raid people that are watching stuff. And oh my god, that's so crazy. That's a thing. That's a cool niche though.
I don't know
okay.
if
I'm
I'd
not
call
going to
it
endorse
cool.
it. Okay, how about that? I'm not going to endorse it. I think it's interesting that exists. That this is the internet in which, of course, that's a niche that could be filled. Someone's clearly doing that, live trolling. Like, and that's better. For God's sakes, do that instead of swatting people. If you want to get your rocks off, jumping on people's streams. Although it's hard to swat people because you have to know where they live. Whereas I don't think a lot of people do that. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I reported that guy though, like straight up. Now I kind of feel like I shouldn't have, but I don't know.
No, you should have. This is
I don't know.
I kind of feel like
he's-
I got like Stockholm syndrome by this thing, because I was like,
Yeah.
when they were doing tests, I was like, this is dumb and childish. And then I watched them go on that like rant, like those like two girls that were like drinking just in their fucking backyard with the vertical video, and people just like spamming them, and just seeing the confused look on their faces. It was like, okay, I kind of get this. Those guys suck. They should. I was like, no wait, like. I can't join them. Mob mentality took over.
You got to
I got
close the window,
hashtag
John.
Pilled.
Close the window.
Yeah.
You got to close
I
it.
got to take the blue pill.
You're getting sucked in.
Blue pill. Yeah. Can I talk about
Nope.
my health?
Yes.
Let Matt talk about something first, then because Matt's been a little quiet this episode.
Shit, TJ, you just fucking. Okay, let's click TJ's off the call now. For no, you're right. No, you're right. No, you're right.
Well,
Matt should talk.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Matt?
Well, there's one thing I've been up to.
You got new music?
I keep forgetting about this.
Everyone's talking about it. It's brand new. It's in all the headlines. It's Pokemon Go. And what everyone's wondering is how close is Matt to evolving his Magikarp?
That's
Well, I'm
right.
here to tell you.
Matt, how close are you to evolving your Magikarp?
Matt, how close are you to evolving your Magikarp?
I need 400 candies, and I've got 237.
Wow.
So I'm getting
Got
pretty
over the hump.
close. Got over the hump. There was after that like shitty festival that didn't work. There was like EXP bonuses, so I was getting candies three times as fast. So that helped. And
how many
I think I'm on
kilometers
track
do you
to
need
get
to walk
it.
for a candy?
1 kilometer per candy. So I've got to go.
That's not too bad.
Around 200-ish, 150-ish more kilometers.
Hey, that's.
I think
just,
that's doable
yeah.
in a couple of weeks. And then I'll be king of the Pokemon gyms.
I like it.
My cat's found some bubble wrap, and they're making a whole lot of noise.
I can't hear it, so your mic's doing a good job.
That's good. Good.
Yeah.
But the I kind of got back into that, and then I stopped. I don't know. I just hate that I have to have it open while I'm walking.
Yeah, I bought an external battery.
Yeah, because you need it. Because it drains your battery being open.
Mm-hmm. Want to keep
Aren't those super heavy? What are you walking in? You got like a backpack?
What am I walking in?
Yeah.
No, the battery's
How
tiny.
are you carrying that
like,
heavy ass? Oh.
It's like half the size of my phone, the battery.
Oh, okay. I have a charging pack brick that weighs like 3 times the size of my phone.
Oh, yeah. No, if I'm walking, I just have it in my pocket. If I'm running, I have a little like shoulder strappy thing that I can put it in.
Yeah, mine.
There
just,
is one
my
other
screen
thing
is
I
set
wanted to
shut off
talk
every
about.
30 seconds. Okay, yeah.
And that is, we're going to bring it down. Now, this is a sad story. An Arizona landscaper has died after a huge swarm of bees has attacked him and 2 others.
No,
you pill-feelied us.
The landscaper was working outside a Tucson home with a coworker and was attacked by thousands of bees. One of the landscapers was unconscious and went into cardiac arrest, said Drexel Heights Fire Department. The firefighters brought him inside, and he did not survive the attack. The other landscaper was stung but refused medical treatment. A resident at the home was also stung and was treated for between 100 and 200 bee stings.
So this is totally a Melissa phobia moment.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it depends on how you feel about it. I mean, it was a swarm of about 100,000 aggressive bees, and following the deadly attack, 2 large hives weighing about 300 pounds were found on the property.
300-pound hive?
Yes. And
that is not good. Look at me. I'm a hive.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's too much hive.
As I was browsing for other stories, I was reading another article about why there's so many like giant beehives coming out this year.
Oh, beehive. Sorry.
People think it's mild winters, so like they just keep building the hive throughout the winter, and it just gets massive and huge. So I think as long as climate trends continue, as long as we still have bees, the hives are just going to get more and more massive, and it'll be a war between us and the bees. And I don't know if we're going to win that one.
Well, how many people are allergic to bees?
At least 3.
I don't know. Do we even have a proportion?
I wonder, like, what the, like, you know, because, like, you hear about, like, insects are, like they consume the amount of weight of all of the humans on Earth, like, every, like, month or some nonsense, like, number.
About 2 million people in the United States are allergic to bees.
Wow. That's not
according to Boston Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
There's about 350 million United Statesians. So that's about a little under 1%.
But that's just the first line. That's the first, like, line of humans that they're going to take out. They'll evolve their strategies beyond that.
Okay.
We're going to have to get our smoke machines. This is where the vapors are going to save us all, because we're going to need to smoke those bees out, get them all slow and dopey.
Yeah, dude, that's why people are hashtag vape nationing, because that's where you're at.
to defend us against the bees.
That is great. It's great.
Do you want
I
to?
feel like you might be watching the raid again.
I'm not watching the raid because I saw a thing that was linked that I thought was interesting. I want you guys to guess like the 15 most painful things a human can experience, like pain-wise.
Childbirth. It's got to be way up there.
Okay, you think? Okay, let's see where childbirth shows up on this. This list. It is number 12 of 15. Childbirth.
Okay.
Is this in order or is this just like? Well, I'm gonna say this is in order.
Okay.
We'll go back and forth because I think I have another one.
What's that? What's that thing where you're paralyzed but conscious? Or it looks like you're in a coma, but you're fully conscious.
Oh, you're
Locked
talking
in
about
syndrome.
You're talking. It's sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
That is not in there. Definitely not. I've had sleep paralysis before.
That's not necessarily a painful thing, but I know that
it's terrifying.
The whole idea of that is actually what happens when you get the lethal injection, because we don't know that last muscle relaxer that we give someone, or the thing that stops your heart and stops your heart activity, that person does not feel that pain.
Yes, there's no way to know because they can't react. That's terrifying.
Well, it's not to get too far down that rabbit hole, but isn't it just like basically an opioid overdose that they're doing, or like no, it's a barbiturate.
It's a bit more complicated
overdose.
than that. Yeah,
because that's what they use for putting animals to sleep. So it's a sedative, and then they just give extra sedative, and then you never wake up. But
I'm just
next
like
guess
trying to find this. It's hard. Yep,
it's
go.
Kidney stones.
Oh, Matt, you're right on this. You know it. Kidney stones worse than childbirth, number 11, but only just barely.
I don't know how much I agree with that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Because you
never
talk to
had
women
either.
that have had kidney stones, and they agree it's bad. Would you want to know some things about kidney stones? Their medical name is nephrolithiasis, and they consist of calcium, struvite, uric acid, and cysteine. People with kidney stones usually get a sudden onset of pain below the ribs and the right shoulder. Along with being unimaginably painful, kidney stones often result in fever, blood, and pus in the urine, and vomiting. These stones generally need to grow to 3 millimeters before they block the ureter, which stops you from urinating. And then you experience waves of pain until the stone is either passed naturally or surgically removed. Shocking fact, the largest kidney stone ever removed from a person was almost 6 inches wide.
Oh, no.
Holy crap.
Down your pee hole.
Oh.
Yes.
So let me make another guess of one of these things on here.
I'm gonna wait. I want to give some hints though. So this isn't necessarily just human ailments, but also things that can happen to you.
Yeah, I was actually going to think high voltage electrocution.
That is not on the list, but I got to imagine that is painful.
Yeah.
I don't see it on here, unfortunately. There's some weird ones that we'll get to. I guess this is the science corner. I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of terrifying. All right, TJ, that's 2 in a row you didn't get.
Yep.
Matt, I'm gonna let you guess one more, and then I'm gonna start going down the list, and you guys can each guess after I go. But this way we can get through the list here. All right, Matt, next guess.
I'm assuming that like
2 for 2.
like bladder stones are included in.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk
stone
about
type
those.
stuff.
No.
Okay.
That's kidney stones are the worst of that variety.
Appendicitis.
Appendicitis is not on here.
Damn it,
Matt. Sorry, it's painful, but not as painful as some of these other things. All right, this first one I think doesn't count, but they put it on the list because it's interesting, and I get that. I don't know what this website is, but I got to imagine it's just a fucking click farm because it's just full of ads. You know when you go on like a website and it's just like fucking nonsense, like ads for like terrible shit and like have the weird
pictures, to make
Yeah.
like clickbait stuff. Yeah. That's all this website is. But the list is actually not broken up into like 14 pages. It's actually just one big long list, so it's actually easy to look through.
Slideshow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Number 15, bullet ant sting, which I think is like like an animal sting. Is that people do talk about that a bullet ant is like feeling like you've been shot.
Yeah.
And you can watch Dr. Justin Schmidt, who is I believe he's an entomologist, and what he created was the Schmidt Pain Index, which is he's like gone and tried to be stung by every single insect, so that he can, as one person, give like, okay, here's the ratings of what's the most pain to that.
Yeah. There's a YouTube series of somebody that did that. I think it was a different person.
Yeah. It's not the same guy, but
it's
same idea.
Very entertaining to watch.
Yes. The bullet ant has the most painful sting on the chart of all insects, the level 4.0 plus. He described the pain as pure, intense, brilliant pain, like fire walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch rusty nail in your heel. Yowza. Steer clear of bullet ants. Don't go to the rainforest and step on some ants.
Got it.
Or be a child in one of those villages where they make you put on the mitt full of bullet ants and get bitten or get stung a bunch of times. Yeah, it's a glove. Let's see here. The bullet ant can cause. The gutsy guy in the video is Hamish Blake. Oh, this is a different guy who voluntarily placed his hands in the gloves that were filled with bullet ants. So that's like a rite of passage for like that tribe in that area is like it's like the fucking the Gom Jabbar, the is that what it's called in Dune? The box of pain that he puts his arm in. It's like the same thing. Like it's kind of like a rite of manhood to go through that pain. So yeah, it's bad. All right, TJ, your thoughts on the list?
Heart arrhythmia.
No, sorry, TJ. Come on. There's some real bad ones here that you guys haven't gotten yet. No arrhythmia.
The Australian jellyfish sting.
Box jellyfish?
Maybe?
That is not
I don't
on
remember.
Here. I'm going to go through the list because you guys are all over the
just
list.
go through it.
You know what? Technically that is on the list, Matt. Ding, 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 ding. But we'll get to that. Torn Achilles, number 14.
Torn Achilles? Holy crap, yeah.
Strongest and largest tendon in the body. When the Achilles tendon ruptures, it tears, said to be one of the most painful injuries in the world. It's located from the middle of the calf all the way down to the heel. And allows you to flex the foot, jump, run, do anything with your foot. When this tendon tears or ruptures, which comes usually from a sports trauma, it feels as if they were shot in the back of the ankle. Yeah. Okay, here's number 13, animal attack injuries. So,
okay,
this one's kind of shitty. I don't like this being on the list because it's way too generic. But they're saying the reason why it is like being attacked by a large animal like a lion, a tiger, a bear is terrible because they're just the power, like having, or like a shark, like having just your chunks of skin ripped off, or like a body part torn from you by just the power of this bear. One man who lived to talk about being mauled by a bear described some of the injuries as a total of 28 wounds, including a claw puncture to my right eye. My top vertebrae was broken in 5 places. He would go on to undergo multiple surgeries, including a skin graft from my back onto my head, which the scalp had been ripped off by the bear. Yes. Bears are fucking terrifying. Grizzly bears. Black bears also fuck you up, but they're not quite as powerful as a grizzly. Like a grizzly bear can crush your head by stepping on it. Like they are monsters. Anyway, number 12 was childbirth. Number 11, kidney stones. Number 10, this is a good one. Cluster headaches.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
Yes, so this cluster headache is a neurological disorder that results in severe pain on one side of the head, typically around the eye. It's not a migraine. And they occur in groups or a cluster over a period of 6 to 12 weeks, which is how they get the name. It feels like a hot poker is being rushed into your eyeball. Usually close a few hours after you've gone to bed. So it is like you wake up, it's searing pain in your eye, basically, like the back of your eye. Pain of these headaches is so severe it's been given the nickname suicide headache for tragic reasons you can probably imagine. Number 9,
This can't be in order. I mean, 2nd-degree burn. That's a blistering burn.
Yeah,
That's
I've
not
had
that
that.
bad.
That's not bad.
I've had that. Well, but the thing
Not
is,
worse
though,
than
you've had that.
childbirth.
You've had that on like, oh, I burnt the tip of my finger or like my hand. But you're talking about like, let's say you had scalding water poured all over your leg, like your whole leg being one giant 2nd-degree burn.
Or scalding
it's pretty
McDonald's coffee
Yeah, exactly.
causes your
That was
labia to
3rd-degree
fuse together.
burns that lady got.
Yeah.
She almost dies.
I know.
People
that's
don't
so
know that
fucked up.
about that. That
I
the
still hear people
McDonald's
talk
corporate-
about that case like, oh, like dumb people suing. No,
Yeah.
you moron, learn about the goddamn case.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at it in a minute and you see that like hundreds of people had been complained about being burned, and they kept their hot coffee higher than like a temperature that was recommended by like medical professionals. It's like, yeah, they're at fault here.
195 degrees.
Yeah, it's like that's far too hot.
Ridiculous.
It's so close to boiling. Whereas I think most coffees kept at like 180 degrees, which is still extremely hot, but not going to give you 3rd-degree burns. Yeah. So anyway, number 8, tetanus. Yes. Tetanus is an infection caused by Clostridium tetani. So have you guys heard of tetanus? It's kind of a thing that we don't have anymore because people get tetanus boosters. But people that will get tetanus, we'll talk about, it's often referred to as lockjaw. So it commonly affects muscles in the jaw and face. You're able to open or move your jaw. So another thing that can cause is extremely painful muscle spasms. There's pictures of like old medical books of just people like bent in two with their back arched fully and stuck that way because your muscles basically like clench, like just every one of your muscles just clenching as tight as it can go.
And it can clench tight enough to break bones.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's awful. So that's why when you cut yourself or get a puncture wound, you should go to the doctor unless you know that your tetanus booster is up to date, because you do not want to have that, because it is bad. Stonefish sting. Here's an insect sting. So stonefish are like a little ground fish that looks like a rock, but they have lots of spikes all over the top of their body, and so people often step on them, and they actually have extremely like deadly toxins. If it releases enough of its toxins, stonefish can prove fatal within 2 hours. 2 hours.
2 hours.
Depending on the amount of pressure applied to it. So if you really jam your foot down on that, you could be dead 2 hours. Delirium, nausea, paralysis, seizures. It's all bad. Here's one that I think a lot of people don't think about. Tooth abscess.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that is tooth decay. That is when bacteria enters the tooth and causes infection, swelling, and it can actually spread to the bones all around the tooth, leading to serious complications. Like you could have part of your bone removed because it's infected. Teeth are something you don't want to fuck around with. You got a tooth that hurts, you got to go in and get it fixed because it can really fuck you up. And a root canal is horribly painful and very expensive. So get your fucking teeth checked out. All right, you want to know a good one? 5, peritonitis. So the peritoneum is a thin lining that covers the inner wall of the abdomen, but most of your abdominal organs as well. When this lining is inflamed, it's called peritonitis, and it's horribly painful. Matt. Ding, 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 you got points. Peritonitis is also, one type of peritonitis is appendicitis.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Perforated gastrointestinal tract, lesions, and foreign body reactions after abdominal surgery. So a type of peritonitis is your appendicitis. That's what happens to your appendix, is it gets inflamed. So it can happen all over the inside. So any of those is bad. Left untreated, this condition is almost always fatal, but when caught before 48 hours, most cases can be treated with a serious dose of antibiotics, rehydration, and sometimes surgery. So if you've got some extremely bad pain going on in your abdomen, go to the doctor right away. It's not like this is going to creep up on you and you're going to die because you didn't know it was happening. Your body's telling you, hey, something's fucked up. Get this fixed. This is one that's going to make you guys feel horrible. Gonadal torsion.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Testicular torsion.
I know what it is.
When a man experiences testicular torsion, or a woman can have ovarian torsion as well, results are just as painful as you would think, if not more. If the cord gets twisted, blood supply to the testicles cut off, resulting in rapid onset of testicular and abdominal pain. With immediate surgery, likely the testicle can be saved. Ovarian torsion, which is the female version, is the 5th most common gynecological surgery. So it does happen, actually. It's not necessarily them getting twisted with each other, but the ovaries twisting in a way in the body that the artery or vein is cut off, which can cause a lot of pain, and but it needs surgery to be repaired. Okay, you want to hear about another every guy's worst nightmare pain?
Sure.
Penile fracture.
I've heard of these.
This is a real thing
How?
that happens.
Not
What
a bone, but
fractures?
A penile fracture it's the cartilage being torn.
Nope.
Especially when you're erect, if that happens while
Yes.
you're...
Here's a great sentence. A penile fracture, also known as, quote, every guy's worst nightmare, end quote. Penile fractures are generally the result of blunt sexual trauma. The trauma leads to the engorged penile corpora. I love the way this is worded. It's so medical. It's essentially cracking and popping from the pressure the way a bone would, but it's technically not a bone. Victims of penile fractures experience a sudden onset of horrific pain, swelling, and bruising. Luckily, if treated quickly, generally with surgery, the penile structure can be made as good as new again, but the memories of the pain may never fade away. Here's a really bad one. We got 2 left. Derkham's disease. Have you heard of Derkham's disease?
No, I'm
No.
not.
Derkham's disease is characterized by multiple fatty benign tumors that grow generally on the trunk of the body. 85% of diagnosed cases occur in women, and they often tend to be obese. However, it has been found in men and people who are not obese. The pain from these tumors is so severe it renders some people completely incapacitated by it. These tumors can be burning hot, and things as simple as showering or getting dressed can trigger extreme pain. Cause of Derkham's disease is unknown, and treatment generally consists of treating symptoms as they come. It's literally your body puts fatty tumors all over your body that are extremely heat sensitive or extremely touch sensitive, or can just hit shooting pain throughout your entire the trunk, the whole midsection of your body. So not good. This one is a real bad one, and it's extremely rare. Trigeminal neuralgia. There's a big old image of someone getting this nerve worked on. It is the nerve inside your jaw, but right where the hinge of the jaw is connects to the top of the skull. It's commonly described as feeling like lightning is hitting your face. But trigeminal neuralgia, which can be felt almost anywhere in a person's head, really originates from the trigeminal nerve function being disrupted. It's more common in females than men. Estimate at least 1 in 20,000 people experience it. There's no cure, however, it can often be managed with therapy and medications. Episodes can last from a few seconds to several hours. In particularly nasty cases, something as light as a gush of air can set it off. So it's kind of that nerve in the hinge of your jaw being hit, and I guess because of its proximity to, there's just a lot of nerves around that area that can shoot the pain. It's just like it can just happen. So bad, no good. That's my pain stories.
John's pain stories.
That's Science Corner for this week.
I just remembered some video game news. The sad part is it's all Persona related, which makes it very niche. About a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, they had a big Persona concert, and one of the things they announced then is that Next spring, they're doing a Persona 5 animation. So that's more anime news than anything else. But just 2 days ago, yesterday, they announced 3 new Persona spin-off games.
Wow.
One was just teased. There's a website you can go to showing a chibi version of the flaming hat Phantom Thieves logo from Persona 5 with Take Your Heart under it, and just saying that Persona Q2 is in production.
Okay.
So that's that Etrian Odyssey-like game with Persona characters. We know nothing else besides that.
All right.
But with the... I'm going to put success in quotes. But with the success of Persona 4 Dancing All Night, they are now going to be doing a dancing game for both Persona 3 and Persona 5. It's going to be Persona 3 Dancing Moon Night and Persona 5 Dancing Star Night. Both of those coming out for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita in 2018. Well, at least Japanese 2018. We don't know about a Western release yet.
DJ, I have a question for you. Are you being
Yes.
serious? They are putting
100%.
a game out on the Vita in 2018?
Yes.
I don't even think you can buy those anymore.
Vitas? New? No. Well,
I think they stopped making those a long time ago.
they did.
I should get one, though. Because I have a bunch of games, because I have a PlayStation Plus account that I've been redeeming PlayStation Plus like Vita games for, so I probably have a huge amount of games I could get.
I want to play the God of War 2. I have them installed. I just haven't played them. Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta.
You can get a certified refurbished Sony PlayStation Computer Entertainment Vita Wi-Fi for $150 on Amazon right now.
Nice.
Does not come with a memory card though. Matt, do you want to know how much a memory card costs for a PS Vita?
$38.
$39 for 16 gigabytes.
Wow, that was a lot closer than I thought I'd be.
It's fucking nonsense. A 64 gigabyte Sony memory stick for that is $100. We're talking about like games that like take up multiple gigs are pretty common on that system.
I have a 32 in this one.
Yeah.
And my Vita TV or my PlayStation TV at the house has a 16 gig.
Yeah. And they get filled up like because there's stuff on there. But I almost want to get one just for the remote play because I heard that's kind of fun actually. It works weirdly. I could play some games on my Vita from my bed. I don't know. That's kind of a thing I wish they would have done more of, but now the Switch is kind of just doing the whole thing on its own, and it's pretty good. Yeah, so cool. Thanks for the gaming news, TJ. Keeping us grounded. Oh, what else do you guys want to talk about?
Oh,
I don't have much else.
We could visit the bowels of Reddit.
We've had
For a
so
little,
much.
as long as you don't go off the rails, I'd say for a little bit. Otherwise, whenever we're done here, I'm actually heading out with my with 2 of my family members. We're going to be heading down to Tunica.
Nice. I actually don't know how long this episode is, Matt. It seems pretty short.
Yeah, it's only
We're about an hour
about,
20 of the actual episode.
Oh,
That's
God.
fine though.
I accidentally sounded.
Do we get sniped again?
No, I clicked on
exactly.
the channel that they have started rating, and it played sound.
I didn't hear it, so you're fine.
Did you know that they're still rating right now?
Yes. I'm following them
Amen.
around so that I can report every last one of them.
That's awesome. Anyway, let's go to reddit.com r/legal advice
Oh,
for the
no.
bowels of Reddit.
Oh.
Okay, this is not like, oh, this is awful, people. This is like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is just a bad thing that happened on Reddit. Dad made stupid mistake. Cross-posted to personal finance.
No one in this story will come off well, just as a warning. My dad is very stubborn and opinionated, but he's a good guy at heart. He and my oldest sister, F30, which I'm assuming is female 30, have been at loggerheads basically from the time she was born. I love the term loggerheads. Huh? Nobody uses that. I mean, loggerheads. It's like button heads.
Okay.
It's a weird way of putting it, but I think it just sounds cool. Steve, don't you dare jump off the top of that balcony. Get down here. He climbed up on the balcony. Things started getting really bad when my oldest sister, OS, he's got to shorten these so that he doesn't have to type so much, went off to college. My parents wanted her to stay in state so she could remain close to the family. She went way out of state, like way out. I was only 9, but I remember a lot of screaming, cursing, etc. My mom says my dad felt rejected by her and hasn't gotten over it. I do know my dad only went up to visit her for graduation. Then, of course, she had to go to law school. I love my sister, but ever since she's graduated, it's like you can't have a normal conversation. My dad is real interested in politics. Oh, you can bet what he's really interested in. And she would belittle him, make him feel dumb. I'm not saying she should have let my dad win, but just don't be condescending. The education talk got too much, and of course Dad didn't take too well to this. I like how this is literally like cipher speech for, yeah, my dad's a Trump supporter and he's dumb. Like, you know what I mean? Like, got real interested in politics all of a sudden, and she would, like, basically contradict everything he's saying with facts, and he got pissed off about it. Of course, my dad didn't take too well to this. The last straw was 2 years ago. She brought someone home my parents would never accept. This accept is spelled incorrectly, E-X-C-E-P-T. I'm assuming this is code for Black, Hispanic, something. I think she just did it. She's a fucking lawyer, by the way. Like, it's like, this is not some, like, teenager coming home with, like, a boyfriend who's riding a motorcycle being an asshole. This is someone who's just, you know, that. So, she brought someone home my parents could never accept. I think she did it just to piss them off. And boy, howdy, did she succeed. I've never in all my 21 years seen my dad that mad. So, to teach her a lesson, my dad took out a credit card in her name. My parents are hard-working people, but they sure don't have any money that a fancy government job does. They spent the money on necessary things, car repairs, vet bills, and helping out my older brother with some bills. Well, as you can imagine, the bills added up quickly. Which brings us to today. Somehow my sister has found out that she's been identity thieved by her parents. Instead of talking this through like a normal person, she's gone and filed a police report. Police came by to talk to my dad, but he wasn't home. I'm so scared. He's the main breadwinner for me. My mom, me, 21 years old. My mom, and he helps out with my older brother, too. My mom says I shouldn't worry, and they'll just explain everything. I know my dad's made a stupid mistake, but I don't think he should go to jail at 53. What can I do to solve this? So, Matt, do you understand the situation that's happened here?
Nope, but I'm only half listening.
Okay, because you're still watching the raid.
I know what's going on.
So, literally, this guy, or this family, mom and dad, had 3 kids. I'm sorry, 2 kids at least. Oldest sister?
3.
3? Okay. Yeah. Older brother, this guy, older sister. Older sister went off to college, out of state, probably expensive. I don't know how much the parents paid for it. He doesn't really get into that. I would have assumed that would have been a problem. Went to law school, became a lawyer, whatever. Making lots of money in some fancy government job. As he calls it. And he was probably spouting off some racist stuff, whatever. I got to imagine, based on the reactions that happened.
And she brought home, I've got to assume, as he's not getting into it, someone the parents wouldn't approve of, which, of course, someone who is... I love how, like, the fucking doublespeak for Trumpism is got real interested in politics. It's like, because somehow it brought everyone out of the woodwork to get real interested in politics.
Yeah.
And she would belittle him, just basically being like, come on, like, seriously, you're going to bring this shit. Brought home, I've got to assume, what do you think? Black, Hispanic, some non-white boyfriend.
I was going to say non-WASP.
Or even that, non-WASP. Yeah, just someone that the parents
I'm
wouldn't approve.
Catholic.
So to teach
I'm
this
a B.
30-year-old lawyer woman a lesson, I like how he doesn't he buries the lead, because we don't get to the good stuff in this until about near the end. But they literally took a credit card out in her name. So they literally identity theft. Boom, straight up.
Yep.
Her parents are hard-working people, but they sure don't have any money. They spent the money on necessary things, car repairs, vet bills, helping out my older brother with some bills. At this point, it's just, insanity. Oh yeah, okay, we all have to pay bills, but we all don't fucking identity thieve our fucking daughter and rack up crazy credit card bills.
Yeah.
It's not like this. Okay, I don't understand how you could ever be on the side of this dad guy in this, because literally he didn't take these out. I'm going to take credit card out in her name, pay it off. It's fine. No. He took it out to max it, paying bills off, and so that she would have to pay the bills. The collection company would come after her. And what did she do? She was like, you know what? Fuck this asshole and my family. You don't have to stand with your parents if they're going to do something literally identity thieving you and trying to steal and ruin your credit. I mean, this is insane. And I just love how this 21-year-old kid is writing on this about he's the breadwinner. He can't go out and get a job, you're 21, man. You're 3 years past living in your parents' house at this point. I like that the comments section kind of blew up. They locked the thread saying, we've passed the legal advice part and are now in the moral judgment part. So I have a feeling that this needs to be locked. I just love how, here's a lawyer putting it directly. It's one of the highest rated ones. Your dad attempted to teach a lawyer a lesson by committing felony identity theft and fraud. Yeah. Do this to any normal person? Yeah, bad. Do it to a lawyer who knows that this is a fucking felon? Yes. This guy is saying, you need to get through your head that your dad committed a felony and your older sister is a victim of a felony. So it's real bad. Mm-hmm. Going back to the Twitch, Matt, I am fucking addicted to watching this Twitch raid stream.
There's multiple
right
levels.
Now. They're raiding
you describe
a
it.
lady who is IRL building my dream house. Watching, it looks like a VHS tape of someone assembling a dollhouse.
It's a TV VCR combo.
Yes.
That's being recorded with a separate webcam.
Yes. With a fucking webcam on the video of someone putting together a house. All right? And then she has the instruction booklet and is going along with it. Literally, I'm building a model. Second, she has money for sangria, which she spelled incorrectly on the bottom. $0, 0%, 28 days to go. And she has a stream. What's it called? What's the Stream Buddy thing that does the
Streamlabs?
Streamlabs on with all the default settings. So every time someone's commenting or following, it's popping up the annoying thing in the screen and making a noise. So that's good. Someone's just tweeting Pornhub.com, Pornhub.com, Pornhub.com. Just link to Pornhub like crazy. I think I tuned in at the exact perfect moment for this as well, because she was building something, and then I saw her look over at the computer, and this look of horror came across her face.
Yeah, she's
and
definitely
she covered her
reading
face
now
with the book, and she's reading all of it. It's good. I have gotten I've gone past like hating on this. I think that as long as you're not being racist.
Oh,
or
you didn't
bigoted.
see when they had the black dude stream.
Okay, that's
got bad.
What I'm saying is, if you were doing this and not doing that stuff, I would think this is pretty funny and cool. Like just going on someone's stream and just chatting dumb stuff like, "Hey, go to the porn.com website." Blah, blah, blah. Like, and everyone's like complaining about how our notifications are so loud that they hurt their ears. Like all this stuff, hilarious. Like that's funny. Like that's fun trolling. Doing the racist shit or telling people to show their boobs is fucking like, come on, it's awful. Like if I was someone running this, I'd be like, nah, none of that stuff. That's like below like humor level. And that reminds me when I was in an improv group. Matt, you remember this?
You were in an improv group?
Yeah.
Improv?
But like one of the rules I would always have and would like is don't go blue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Too
okay
easy.
if a scene turns blue, but you can't go blue. It's the easy laugh, and what it does is it gets a reaction out of the audience because it's shocking, but it basically ruins a scene or the tone, and it kind of is like, yeah, you're burning the candle at both ends when you're doing that, you know, because yeah, you might be getting laughs now, but you're not going to bring anyone back. It's not anything anyone's going to remember as being, man, that was really good. No one is going back and saying like Terrence and Phillip, man, that was high art. That was incredible. I got to go back for more of that. The joke is how terrible it is on that show because it's just shocking to be shocking, you know, and that the kids love it. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It's like, not cool. I think Twitch rating would be really fun to do with a group of people that were not going to be terribly racist.
Yeah, if it was more like a flash mob. Like,
Yeah, flash
that one
mob.
time
That's what
improv
I'm talking
everywhere.
about. Like a funny
Like-
flash mob. I would not do the thing. I don't know if you listened to the episode of This American Life where they talked about the flash mob, but they had a flash mob that like went to this band, like this local indie band's like show.
Yeah.
With like 100 people showed up and they packed the house and they had like fake t-shirts that they made up with the band name on it.
And they
were
learned
screaming
all
for
the
songs
lyrics and sang
sing
along with
Yeah.
it.
And it was like amazing. And then like they were like they wanted best gig ever. Like this is the best show we ever had. And the guys initially were really cool with it, and then afterwards were like, that is awful. Like
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
now,
they didn't
now we
like
don't
us.
get any of that anymore.
No,
it was all
exactly.
artificial.
Well, it's not even that. It's that they weren't even there for them. They were there for themselves to have this like be part of this flash mob. Like they were used by this group to do something. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like one of those things. No, I wouldn't want to do that. I want to do trolling, but it would be PG trolling only. PG-13 maximum. You can do we can do ASCII butts, boobs maybe, ASCII art boobs. Is that okay?
I think you can do one fuck, and
you're
probably
allowed
a
one
boob.
fuck per 22 minutes or whatever, 49 minutes or whatever an episode is. Yeah. No, I get it. Like watching this guy streaming, it is awful, but I understand why the audience exists because it is interesting to just pop in to a random channel where someone's building a dollhouse and just watch the horror go over their face. I mean, it's the same thing with chat roulette, you know, like going on chat roulette and pretending to like shoot someone and seeing the reaction that you get, you know, like anyway. Yeah, but then like most of the people in this chat are just dropping the N-word and stuff and Hitler memes.
Yeah.
It's just that's gross and bad. It's not funny. And you can we talk about YouTube another YouTuber for a hot sec?
Yeah, sure.
So do you guys TJ, you know about iDubbbz? Ian iDubbbz?
I'm familiar. I'm somewhat familiar. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I love his stuff. He is an extremely funny guy. He was a guy who would say every bad word you could imagine. N-word, F-word, other F-word, everything. Like awful. Like as a meme, as a joke. He was just saying it to be shocking. You know what I mean? And people would send him like things in. Like he famously dropped the M-bomb in front of some YouTuber lady who was having like a live show. You know, he hopped in front of her or waited in line to get her autographed and hopped in front of her and said, say N-word to the camera and got a huge reaction out of that. And of course that was all tied in with an episode he did where he talked about how she
Oh yeah,
complained
yeah.
about him using that word on his streams, and then he was like, well, guess what? You used to say this all the time, not as a joke, like I'm saying it as a joke. Like you were calling that, like people that, and like, you know, and it was just like, yeah. So that was kind of the idea, was he was doing a little gotcha because he knew she had been non-ironically or non-jokingly using that term. What I'd like to say is I've been watching the channel. He doesn't do that stuff anymore. Like, that's gone. The humor is just the insanity now. Like, he does unboxing videos where he'll, like, get a bunch of, like, cans of dog food and throw them all into a pile and then, like, set it on fire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now it's, like, just ridiculous. Yeah. Like, he slowly phased it out because it's just not funny. It's the meme's over for him. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to do that. And it probably also did not help him continue to get monetization from YouTube.
Yeah, especially after Adpocalypse. In February. So
yeah, so you know, I feel bad for the guy because I'm sure he was extremely negatively affected by Adpocalypse, which sucks because I find him extremely funny. Like, I really didn't like that he used all those terms. Like, I didn't like it. It made it hard to watch. But I love that his new videos don't have that in it. And it's really fun to just see people send in, because he does a lot of fan mail unboxing, where it's just people send in, like, a garbage bag full of, like, rotting meat. Like, in like, a UPS box. And he opens it and, like, throws up. It's funny. Like, it's great. And nobody, and he's not using any words that could cause people mental harm, like, or mental anguish. Like, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I somewhat agree to him about, like, you know, the context matters, and I do, but also at some point, why even do it? Like, if someone's going to get hurt by it, why even bother? It's not worth it. There's many other funny things you can do, which he's clearly doing now, because the show's still funny, if not funnier, because I don't feel awkward watching it. Because, so it's really good. Really good that's happened a little bit to a lot of streamers. Maybe it's the Adpocalypse has caused people to clean up their act. This guy, man, 2 straight hours of YouTube raids.
I know.
Oh shit, dude! They're on a person's channel who has a robot controlled by the stream chat.
Okay, that's
so they're fucking around with a robot. This is genius at this point. They're controlling a robot in this guy's house. Okay, that's kind of funny.
yeah.
Make the robot spell penis with the pen. Like,
do we have anything else, or should we take this
I think
home?
I'm done. I think I'm done. Let's take her home.
What did we learn?
As
tonight?
usual, you could. What did we learn tonight?
That YouTube. Let's do a little wrap up. There are YouTubers who just send people on Twitch raids.
I gained 2 followers tonight.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's a fun concept. I think that the people that do it are kind of gross, some of the people. But I think the concept itself is actually kind of interesting and funny and neat. But
it's interesting that it exists. The racism is not cool. All the Nazi
exactly stuff. Like, I love the idea of flash mobbing someone's channel and just posting dumb meme photos.
The half hour that you missed where he just spent the whole time making fun of different gender identities, not so cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not... I mean, I'm not even, like, as a meme. Like, because people are like, oh, you do it to get shocked, and they're, like, you know, just doing it to be shocking and to remove the stigma. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like just, oh, yeah, we're just kind of just, you know, saying it because it's just words, bro. And it's like, yeah, I get it, but also
not really.
It's not just words, though. You know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
As someone who grew up got picked on a lot,
words
like, I get it. Like,
power.
but also, because, like, I have a thick skin, you know, myself. But there's no reason to just hurt other people, you know?
Yeah. Well, words
other people
represent ideas, and some ideas are incredibly dangerous and hurtful.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
saying something is just words is incredibly naive.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
it's the same idea how propaganda works. I mean, it uses words to play on your fears, and make you have a not just like reaction of, oh, I'm reading words, but actually have a mental and physical reaction that changes you by reading something, and that's bad. You shouldn't do that to someone else.
And as ideas can be painful, so can other physical things like penile fracture.
Oh no! Oh, penile fracture is
And 14 other things.
yeah.
Here's a recording of TJ's earlier penile fracture.
Yep.
Well, you can follow me at Matt Haig Music if you want to, I guess. Matt Haig, MATTHAAG Music, everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Spotify.
I'm John_Danger on Twitter. Just you can go there. Matt. Oh, sorry. Before we leave, TJ, game of the month, ROM of the month, club, ROM.
Yes.
What was
Let's go ahead and do Ren and Stimpy Vidiots for the Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo
Yes.
Ren and Stimpy Vidiots. I'm gonna put that in the Discord chat. People can go to.
Sweet, sweet.
Put that in the and link to the Discord chat because I have not worked with Matt to build his infographic or about me underneath this stream. Just head over to my page at twitch.tv/May of
And-
May. Link to the Discord is down there.
Or you can go to
Yeah, here's the
bornintheeighties.net.
If our Discord link was in the description, we would have gotten a lot of people in there tonight.
Yeah. Maybe
yeah,
maybe
I'm
we
kinda
saved
glad.
ourselves.
Maybe
Where's
we
the
should just keep it in mind.
How do
Yeah,
we get a Discord
I think that's a good
link?
idea. TJ, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me over on more than anywhere else. You can find me on Twitter at May of May 84 because the May of May was taken. Otherwise, anywhere else, especially on Twitch, that's going to be at May of May. And don't forget, follow the entire podcast, bornintheeighties.net.
Yes.
I think our link to the Discord is somewhere in one of those episodes.
I'm going to actually work
We
to
should
put
have
it
a
on
permanent link,
the.
too.
I'm going to put it on the side, the page.
Yeah, so we'll have a Discord link in the sidebar.
Yep.
That'll be there. My Twitter's not in the sidebar, but that's complicated.
I don't know how to get that to work because I have them in there. It just doesn't show up.
Yeah, I know.
Like, there's something fucked up with the way that the theme is on this, and the theme that the website used to be on broke when it updated, and I half fixed it and changed the background. So
Yeah, the applets are just messing up
yes,
more than anything else.
yes, I need help.
But yeah,
Adam abandoned me. He was the one that took care of this.
yeah. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.
You do.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
You gotta have.
Faith.
Where are you? Scooby Dooby Doo.
Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you? What are you going to do now? Is it live on YouTube
Check,
for me
check.
to? Hey Matt, I got a question for you. Why are you playing PUBG without me?
I tried to
He
invite
invited you.
You cuck.
That's okay.
Cuck. You libtard cuck.
Oh.
Am I using
Did
that?
John,
I
what
have
am I
the new
playing?
item? Oh my god, you're playing something I can't see it. Let me look at your camera because it's not defaulting. I don't know what that is, but you're playing it.
Persona 3.
Dark Hour.
Portable.
Oh, on your on a PSP?
Vita.
A
That's
Vita. What the fuck? You're one of the 7 people that have one of those.
I am.
What the fuck?
I have one of these blue Vitas and one of the best things ever, which is the trigger grips.
I see. Blue Vita. I almost bought a Vita, but then I was like, there's no games for it. And they never got cheap. And
I
you
got
have
mine
to
at-
pay like $50 for a card.
True. I got my Vita for about $120 and then my discount off of that.
Yeah, see, that would be affordable.
Check.
They're
check,
always
check,
like
check, check, check,
$199.
Check.
You know, and it's like,
Check. Check. There we go.
all right, let me listen.
You wouldn't have liked playing PUBG tonight because the servers are massively laggy.
That's what I heard. But do they not have? Did they ever release it? They like we got battle royale goods, like clothing. But then I logged on yesterday and I didn't have any crates I could buy.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if that's released yet.
Well, why would they announce it and then like wait like a month to bring it out?
I don't know. I kind of tuned out of
like-
the whole PUBG community because everyone was bitching about loot boxes.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. God, I hate PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but it's the best game ever made. Recent. Oh, it's got mixed reviews. Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh, they got microtransactions now. Like every game that ever existed.
Fuck these guys for
I'm
trying
sorry.
to make money.
This guy literally wrote. Look at this fucking thing. Update. This guy had a review that I'm sure was positive. Original review. It was very long. And then he wrote another review. Where he like updated his review and made it down. And saying like. Just like 1,000. Like bad things about microtransactions. Like
Well,
the crates
it's
and
all
keys.
cosmetic stuff.
Well, it's not even
So,
that. It's
Who
like
gives a shit?
it's just like it doesn't like it's not okay. First off, the game is $30, not $60, and second off, they're continually putting out like free content, so they have to like somehow make money for that. Like it's insane. Like they're just like fucking Steam. I'm really enjoying this
that'll
game.
happen.
But microtransactions during early access in the game that already costs $30? You're kidding, right? 113 hours played. Oh yeah, $30. Definitely wasn't worth you to buy that. Get 113 hours out of it. It's just, I honestly, I really dislike the bullshit though, with crates and keys because it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I got a crate. Oh, I have to pay to get the loot out of it. They removed it from Dota, and it's early access. And this isn't even implemented yet, and people are overreacting. Like, they haven't even put it in the game yet.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's just dumb. People like to overreact. It's not going to affect the game in any way. It's sold already 500,000 copies. Like, it's just dumb, because people are like...
Because people are dumb. Panicky animals.
Well, yeah, because every single review, like, fairly recently is going to be like, 700 hours on record. Microtransactions ruined the game. I mean, it's just insane. Like, here, this person has 232 hours on record. Wrote, August 3rd patch broke the game. Won't play until I get some fixes. We'll write better review once that happens. We literally gave a negative review on something that happened during a patch today. Like, what the fuck? God, this game works so well, and people complain. And it's $30. Like, it's... God, I fucking hate... Man, don't listen to people. Which is
That's
why, like,
the motto
I don't
of
know.
life.
People would complain about how Steam reviews... are like, oh, they're ruining Steam reviews because only people that buy a game can leave a review, and people that get keys like won't be or no, everyone can leave a review, but the only people that have purchased the game through Steam's reviews will like show up on top like by default, and then you can hit that, because the issue was a lot of people were getting free keys for games for good reviews, so people were just like gaming that system, and people were like, it's making people who don't buy games through Steam second-class citizens on Steam. You're not buying the game from Steam, so why would you complain that you're not getting a feature that Steam is giving you? Second off, I never read Steam reviews, ever. They're always full of reactionary bullshit. Like, if I see a PC game, and I'm like, man, should I play that? I look at, like, my favorite streamers, my favorite YouTube people, and I go on, like, Rock, Paper, Shotgun, or other, like video game websites, and I'm like, all right, what did they think of this? And I read a bunch of reviews, and I'm like, okay, they liked it, so I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna listen to fucking Amazon movie reviews to like pick out what fucking movie I'm gonna buy. Are you kidding me? Fucking dude, there's a Twitter account dedicated
to Amazon movie reviews. This like someone there was one today that was La La Land. Boy, didn't like it. I didn't realize it was going to be a musical. 1 star. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's like, that's on you, man. It's a fucking musical. It says it right on the box. Anyway.
I've got the real pub good news here, though.
There's my
And
rant.
I don't know how this
ahead of the
went
episode.
unnoticed while I was playing, but it has working car horns now.
I saw that, yeah. All right.
Meh.
Are you guys ready to get started? I actually don't have any notes, basically.
This is going to be freeform. It's going to be just as tight as last week's.
PUBG.
I'm in Mississippi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You said you were going to be away. Is there any, like, game news? Anything good? Oh, did you see any thing about Fortnite? I was kind of interested in trying out Fortnite.
I still want to play it.
Yeah, hey, TJ, if you get it on Xbox One, we can play together. Because they're...
Xbox One PC crossplay?
Yes, they said they're going to allow that, but of course not PS4, because the PS4 doesn't allow anything. Oh!
Do either of you have PlayStations?
Yes.
Did you check out the Destiny 2 beta yet?
No, I did not.
I didn't play the Destiny 2 beta.
I have a question for you.
Hang on one second. I'm going to switch off of Wi-Fi because for some reason I'm getting a little bit because everyone's using the Wi-Fi here. So I'm going to swipe down. Swipe down, stupid screen.
I really hope Moss comes to other VR platforms.
Did you see that the Game Grumps are making a YouTube Red series?
Not surprised.
Well,
I was thinking Red
It's
Tube.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about it on the podcast because this is interesting. I should watch the trailer though. I'm gonna put it in the doc.
Yeah.
Watch
That'd be
the trailer.
important.
I used to watch a fuck ton of Game Grumps.
Rotate location. Let's close some extra windows because my kids were doing everything.
What? Don't let your kids on the computer. They're not old enough.
No, my phone.
Don't let your kids on your phone. They're not old enough. All right, I'm gonna watch this trailer. It's a minute and a half for this YouTube Red series.
The new
One of
Rick
my
and
kids
Morty
used it 'cause we're
episodes are
playing-
on Adult Swim, right?
Yep.
On the website.
Should be.
I don't know. Question. Do you
what's up?
have... No, Matt. Do you have Adult Swim access?
Says here after Malone
Do you pay for Cartoon Network? Because I don't know if you're able to watch them without that. I bought them on Amazon because the Charter basic cable package does not include Cartoon Network for some reason. It does now.
Oh, you
but
can
2
buy the
years
new
ago,
season on Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll
$2
probably
an
just do
episode,
that
I
then.
think. Yeah, it was $20 for the season. So, yep. And they come out at like 3 o'clock the night after they air, like 3 a.m.
I want to do something similar because I really want to get into the Steven Universe stuff, but I want to watch them start to finish. And like DVDs don't really exist, so I don't
Hulu
see them
Plus
in the library.
Has
But
Steven Universe.
all of it though.
Probably not. Although maybe
I
it
feel like
does
Ro-
because it did when I was watching it, but that was like a year ago.
John, are
Okay.
you on Studio?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, I'm actually kind of excited for this Game Grumps this YouTube show. But did you see the trailer?
No, I actually haven't watched a YouTube Red original, even though I have YouTube Red.
Yeah, same here. I haven't done that.
I use YouTube Red specifically for like going to the YouTube Music app and listening to audio only, so I use less data. It's so much better. And then you can also use you can listen to audio with the app with the phone in sleep mode.
Yeah.
Do we have new ROMs this month?
We should pick something. I should pick something because we
We
didn't do
skipped
anything for the month
July.
of July. So we gotta jump right into August. Pick something. I had something on the drive down here. I just don't remember what it is now.
I hope
I'll
it's
think of
good.
something.
The Game Grumps thing.
Do we know what it's about? You'll talk about it in the podcast.
Esports.
real esports or like humorous?
It looks like Silicon Valley, but for esports.
Okay.
Executive produced by Dan Harmon. So it could be good. I know that they are fans and friends with the Rick and Morty guys.
Yeah.
Because they were in some episodes. But I thought for sure it was going to be some new like random bullshit. Anyway, we got to start the episode.
Yeah,
Welcome
please do.
to Born in the 80s, episode something something. Wait, why is that showing the wrong fucking window?
All right.
Oh, there
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 277. Matt is interrupting me.
we go. No, I'm not.
All right.